Spacestation with Hoxer, Furia with the comeback of the season. Only one can move on.
If you are a numbers nerd like I am, you look for any differences between teams when you go into a series. There aren't many here between Spacestation and Furia. One team averages 2.23 goals per game. That's SSG. Furia's in there at 2.15. There's nothing between these two squads except the field, and we're underway in game one.
It even goes down to how individuals are playing along the day. You see LJ, who's already starting things off. He's 3 goals away from being close to his record in goals scored in an event this season. On the other side, Yan, he's about 5 away. These guys have been playing non-stop, solid Rocket League throughout the course of this tournament, and you can see it there. Look at the elevation from Yan. The save is great, but the follow-up from Card to put it in the top left corner.
It's almost becoming signature for Yan. He scores very similar to that earlier on today, and then he gets in Hoxer's way, spun him out, and clears the runway for Card. And yet again, Daz, we just see a team go up in the first 30 seconds. There's no shortage of goals anytime we're involved here.
Not at all. We're going to see, again, if these teams are playing at the level of offense that we are expecting from them, you can tell we're going to be in for a treat. The level of offense from SSG this tournament has been nothing short of shocking to a lot of people going into it.
Yep.
And to see them compete has been great. If they can clear a couple things up, not panic too much, and then also incorporate a little bit more bumping and demos, getting the shooting a little bit more accurate. I think that they are going to be a true test, but this Furia squad, I mean, everybody knows what they look like on paper. They tried to see if they can get a second goal, but no one's there in time.
They are a team that is, on average, by a narrow margin, allowing more shots than they get themselves. One of very few teams that gets to this stage in a tournament with that distinction. Meanwhile, on the other side, you've got Yan and Card leading the way for Furia, who have won 9 straight games since getting dropped down to the lower bracket and looking for a 10th, and they're well on their way.
Demo to open up a lane. Yan just has to roll it in. No fear on the side of Furia. It is all Fury to start things off here. 2 goals for them as they open things up and set the tone. Spacestation Gaming, the rotation's got to be a little bit more better here. Because if they even show a moment of hesitation or a lapse in judgment, Furia is on top of the ball.
Hoxer very quickly up for this. He's still got a little kick in his step here. We talked about him being one of the more veteran players still around here. And how about Lost carrying it all the way across to the right side and extending Furia's lead?
Oh my goodness. Great control. Hoxer he didn't stand a chance. He was in the right position, just didn't expect Lost to carry it around him. Great use of the dodge. Everybody from Furia scoring in the first 2 minutes of this game. And Spacestation Gaming not looking too strong again with that drop down. And Hoxer will be able to get there first, but even the initial threat of everybody on Furia as they're getting things rolling today, you can tell they're playing with purpose.
Look at the naming convention of all of these regionals, and it's very fitting that this is called the Spring Open because it feels like the field is wide open as well going into it. Everybody's full of optimism, like, all right, this is where we turn it all around. And you see a team like Spacestation go into the upper bracket, make a deep run. Now the Space Station may be crashing down to earth a little bit, and we're seeing this Furia squad that knows their back is against the wall here when it comes to trying to get back to the World Championship. They're a far cry from where they were a season ago when they were all but a guarantee. As LJ, out towards Hoxer, but he couldn't react in time, and now Lost trying to chase down Arsenal, and it's gonna find its way right back to him, and he'll force it home.
Look at that counter. I mean, this is solid. Lost moving it forward. Arsenal just trying to send that over to the side. Yan's there to push it towards net, and Lost sticks through the play. He starts it off, he finishes. You talked about it, the Spring Open, but again, the whole theme of this Spring Split is take over. And you're seeing what that looks like for Furia, because they have to do that if they want to make a run into the World Championship. It starts in this regional event even starts in this game, which they're doing just that, up by 4 with less than 2 minutes to go. They have taken over Manfield Night.
There is Jan again, the latest disciple of the Church of Zen. One of those minor details that you look at, you know, when players kind of make control changes. Everybody taken off the field here. Arsenal over to Hoxer, blocked away by Card. Jan opting to go with Zen's method for finding air roll to, what was it, left bumper, I believe, or L2, whichever he's using, as Hoxer now up to the ceiling, indirect, taken away by Lost. I just feel like the game continues to evolve with every new young prodigy that comes into the scene.
Teams and players have all kind of just stepped up too. I mean, one of the biggest things to note, for at least on the side of SSG, is LJ's performance this event. It feels like he's been moving with so much more freedom.
Yes.
A lot of people have been talking about Hoxer, but seeing LJ get into, you know, using that mechanical ability of his has been solid. That one goes all the way downfield. Card in a tough spot. Hoxer with the shot, and
Card read it.
well, the bar read it.
And then it goes in. Are you kidding me?
I mean, look at this. That just has to hurt. If you're Space Station, that one's tough because it's a good line up there for Hoxer. All he has to do is get the shot under the bar. SSG have a goal, maybe some momentum here. It goes all the way back around the field, and you got to start looking at game 2 if you're Space Station.
Just kicking a team while they're down. Arsenal try to break up the shutout, and that's denied by the combination of Lost and Jan again. We've seen so many near misses from SSG going back to the Gen G series earlier today. They had plenty of opportunities real close to the Gen G net, which doesn't happen for a lot of teams. And there's just a defensive miscue. Arsenal couldn't get this read on the waterfall coming down, and more added to the tally for Furia.
Yeah, this is not looking good for SSG, but it's good that it's happening here in the first game, at least for them. They can get this figured out a lot earlier, but Furia are not going to stop applying the pressure. They are here to make a statement, as you can tell. And my goodness, have they? Lost shooting 3 for 4. Yan shooting 2 for 4. And Cart, that'll be his 3rd shot, but even he's gotten the goal. Every single person from Furia stepping up in this game 1. They had to wait a little bit to play, but you can tell they've kept the momentum from their last series. SSG will get one here to go into game number 2, but this one is all Furia.
If nothing else, you at least see the ball go in their net, so you know it can happen. But you also saw it go into yours 6 times as Furia lays the smackdown in game number 1.
Yeah, the level of control from Furia was great. How they moved upfield, again, a lot of bumps, as well as just using their mechanics to force SSG in some tough spots. And it's a little bit Furia, but I honestly think a lot of it has to do with kind of Space Station here. Only 4 saves, they were all from LJ. And that defense, not necessarily there like we needed them to be. Maybe it was primarily just because of Furia just kind of playing the ball around them. But for SSG, definitely cleaning up on the defensive end as we get game 2 ready.
11 shots for Furia, 4 from Jan. I think it was 4 from Lost, 3 from Card. A well-balanced attack as Furia dominates game number 1, taking down SSG. Now remember, SSG jumped out to that early lead against Gen G earlier, and that first game meant literal nothing. They've got to channel that same energy now as we go to Forbidden Temple, and a loose ball off the kickoff, immediately corralled by Jan. He'll get another one central. No, blocked away by LJ. And Space Station already looking better defensively than they did in game 1.
Game 2, time to set up the adjustments. A lot of people think they know how a series is going to go after the first game, but this is where you can see how teams can adjust and adapt. Gives you a good direction of where the series is going to go. Space Station Gaming right now, I mean, it doesn't get much worse than what they already went through on Manfield Night. But a chance here to start fresh 5 minutes on the clock. They've already been moving the ball around a lot better. You see LJ into the air. And Arsenal trying to force that through. Hoxer not going to go for it. Going to try to stop Lost. Lost was looking for the bump. And oh, that one was a little dangerous. Good thing on LJ to be able to clear it out for the time being. But Furia still looking for the net. First minute's gone by. It's been quiet. Most you can ask for here from SSG at the start.
Yeah, Space Station reeling from that game 1 defeat, but a lot better so far. But they've got to get the ball forward and a lot more often than they did in the opener. Lost going to circle back on this. Quick start. We're seeing a lot of these starts from the backfield, trying to go up to the skies, try to win the game in the air. Card now trying to get to Jan. It's blocked, but still forward. And Card does well to stay with Hoxer there. Arsenal putting the work in himself as well, but Jan will take that away from him. Hoxer with a look in the corner. It's a little awkward. And Space Station escapes relatively unharmed for now.
I like the patience there. Oh, wait, there's a bump in the back end. Maybe a Space Station could take advantage of this. Card was last back. And Card got up very early there. Yan and Lost had bumped each other in the Space Station corner. That lapse there could have been enough for SSG to push through, but couldn't take advantage of it yet. And I think that's really good on Card to get up as early as he did to be able to buy a team some time. Arsenal with the flip reset were forced. Lost played into the corner. And Furia not necessarily getting into space here in the midfield as well. SSG has been challenging them and forcing them to really be a little bit more creative pushing up front.
Oh, Arsenal forced into a second touch there. LJ couldn't react to it. This ricochets around, and Card will at least get one touchdown to Jan. Race to the midfield boost. Jan got there, and out of the backboard, nothing doing as Hoxer dishes that out to the side. And another attack stalls out from Furia. We get into the second half now of game 2, and they dominated the first game 6-1. Much different story here, but there's the demo. Still not open those the defense holds. Just enough for Space Station Gaming.
Arsenal being careful where he places the ball. Doesn't want to give it for free here to Furia. Did pick up that boost, and it's a great cutout. But you can see Furia was waiting for that free possession to try to see if they could get an attack upfield. That one pitched off the sidewall. Lost awkward. Hoxer's there! Space Station take the lead!
First lead of the series. And, well, finally something goes their way. It falls right into Hoxer's lap. Good challenge by Arsenal as well to set it up. Minute 47 to go. Space Station get their break. Now they got to hang on. You know they're going to get Furia's best shot here over the last 100 seconds. Card over towards Lost. He'll take it himself. Now Yan to the backboard. Power clear from Hoxer. An insurance goal would do wonders right now for Space Station. The opportunity. Double tap, and it's just off. Follow-up is tipped in by LJ. 2-0.
Space Station starting to get things going. What a turnaround for them so far in this game, too. Hoxer, that second chance follow-up, LJ there to tip it in just to make sure it's not a save down. This was a team that dropped 6 goals within game 1. They have turned it around, and they have stopped Furia from getting on the board. There's a minute 20 to go, and Furia are going to try to send their best effort, but even that shot from Lost is high. They got to turn things right around.
Oh, and LJ brilliantly slowing that down. Also grabbing the flip reset. He'll knock Jan out of the way. Lost has got a free jump. They are flopping around like fish right now on the blue half of the field as Space Station holds all the cards, but now here goes Card. Lost, headhunting, did not get him, and Hoxer with the clear.
What a save there. Hoxer was under so much pressure, was able to not only dodge the demo, but get a strong clearance downfield. Here's Furia, here they come! Lost! Finds the back of the net! Furia within 1!
Everybody forward, LJ being chased around. It's all on Arsenal, and Lost is just bigger. 43 seconds remain. Furia right back in it.
You said it, Stacks. They were gonna give their best shot. And they still have time to equalize. We know this team can score in bunches. It's not over here for Furia. 30 seconds remaining. Space Station Gaming have done so much work to get themselves in a favorable position. They cannot afford to let it slip away here.
Oh, yeah, with the steal, and LJ bouncing off the post as he makes the save. Now down to 18 seconds. Lost, picked his spot. Flip reset, can't force it home. Card denied by Arsenal, but there's Jan. Tie game!
And that's the Furia. You see it right there. The setup. Arsenal has to dodge a demo, make a save, no one home, and Yan's gonna go all the way through. They sent everything, and this game is right back equalized.
Can you withstand the full fury of Furia? No. Now down to 5 seconds and a chance to steal this in regulation. Lost can get this to the corner. It's around in front, and Hoxer and LJ will bring it to ground. And we go to OT in game 2. It looked like Spacestation was going to pull away here and take this one to tie up the series. And now they're right back where they started.
Trying to lock in, but Furia moving with so much more momentum. Look at that. That one was almost top left. Hoxer read it. Didn't have to force him in an awkward position. Arsenal gets a demo on the back end, trying to push the shot through. And you see Yan having to dive here to make that save, get the clearance, buy some more time for Furia. These two are going to battle. You got to watch out for how the control is. Some of these counterattacks have been absolutely dangerous for Furia.
Not quite cleared from the zone here. Hoxer waiting at midfield to see what LJ can do. But now Yan with Card running forward. This could fall right to Lost, trying to line up a double. Whoa. And he almost threads the needle, but LJ's there.
So close. And Spacestation Gaming, I don't know how many more of these opportunities that Furia are getting. How many more can they survive? The solo plays have been making their defense shake. They haven't crumbled just yet, but you're starting to see a bit of cracks. A minute in overtime, Spacestation Gaming trying to make a play upfield. That's a good light touch from Arsenal, forcing a tough save. Arsenal, no, he can't wrap around it. We'll play it back, and LJ will try to take control.
Oh, stealing pinch. It's going to be wide, and Card's got it. Made sure also to grab that corner boost. Played around Hoxer, but could not get by Arsenal, whose defenses had to step up here in this game, and it has. LJ over towards Arsenal. He'll wait. Now looking for someone to pass to. Not finding anyone. Card instead with plenty to work with and a lot of space. Could be deadly. Lost now. Yan trailing in
That's
behind.
so
Lost still right in front, and Yan can't force it home.
Oh man, Spacestation Gaming on that defensive stop played it perfectly. LJ trying to force that into the back wall. So close, and it just goes to show you, I mean, how efficient Furia is offensively. Can Spacestation Gaming set something up here? That pinch doesn't go the way they wanted to. Yan on top of the ball. Arsenal says, see you later. And LJ will try to take control. Spacestation Gaming have been matching Furia's pace, and the demos had just to slow down the offense.
Oh, Hoxer. Trying to pogo that through. And now Card quickly outletting towards the center. Nothing there, though, for Furia. Arsenal looking for Hoxer again, and the pass just a little too far forward. Here goes Yan, looking for another, and it's just wide. Another near miss as Space Station exhausts one of its extra lives.
LJ, tough spot. Great touch out. Lost will try to keep this in play. Furia need to get boosted up. Card waiting in midfield, though. Gonna try to play this out. Again. Gets past to Arsenal. Thought he had to worry about it, but the follow-up touch from Yan didn't really necessarily do Fury any favors. Now they got to go back. Spacestation Gaming holding on defensively as we're 3 minutes into overtime in game 2, but you can see Furia just hunting, looking for a little bit of a lapse in that rotation.
Block after block, way out in front. There haven't been a whole lot of goal line saves. We've seen some scary situations squashed out at midfield. Hard kick out of the corner. Well read by the defense, but now here's LJ. Nothing there. Yan kind of sheds Arsenal for a moment. And who's going to take charge here? It's Lost, banging around with Arsenal. Arsenal got the corner boost, though. Grabbed midfield as well. And a second touch. No, couldn't get around Lost. Yan, bouncer, saved away. And yet again, we see Furia getting oh so close, but just not able to crack through.
Nice strong pinch. Arsenal completely misses that one.
Made the most out of it, though.
Yeah.
Got a piece of Lost on his way back through.
Well, this is not the best spot for SSG. Good touch. Can they stop the follow-up? LJ on the goal line. 1, 2, 3. Stopped everything there. It keeps this overtime going for SSG.
And it flashed for a moment. Looked like it was going to get all the way across. Crossed off another life. Now LJ. Calling his own number. Arsenal coming in as well. It's up the crossbar and away.
So close from both sides, but whether it's the bar or whether it's LJ in the net, we are still playing on. Battle for this, I mean, it's just been so interesting to watch because both teams have been able to steal the ball downfield, try to land a quick shot on. The other has been able to stop it. We're looking at shots, if we're just talking about shots, 11 from Yan himself. Unbelievable. Card has 3 and Lost has 6, just to put it in perspective. Shot there from Lost is blocked out from Hoxter. SSG as a team is sitting at 8.
That's crazy. Yeah, 12 saves and 8 shots. Space Station Gaming has had to work overtime in every sense of the word to try and snag this game. They had a 2-0 lead, and this goes harmlessly across the timing, not quite there from Hoxer. Arsenal trying to float one in front, and LJ will not get to it. This kicks off of Card. Lost will have it. Does not yield to Jan. He'll take it himself, and that's not the best touch out of LJ, but it goes right to Hoxer. To the backboard. Who's going to take it? It's Hoxer. Still available. Here comes Lost from the back to clear that out, and yet again, well, the attack. LJ again. Ceiling reset. Met by Arsenal. Hoxer can shoot from here, but it's going to float high and wide, and Furia should have control here, but they kind of played around with their food a bit, and now they can finally clear the zone.
Gonna watch there from boost totals. Good clear from LJ. Gets a win on the dunk. Card in a tough spot. LJ's gonna take the corner. Gets a demo in the bag, but Arsenal not able to challenge that. Took his time. And Furia off the demo will try to push upfield. Yan off the ceiling. Can't stick with the ball. We'll go to the side of Space Station Gaming. You gotta wonder here. I know a lot of people are thinking it. After this game, no matter who wins, that level of fatigue that is gonna set in from playing so much Rocket League may have an impact here on this series. All everyone's concerned about with now, though, is getting the game-winning goal.
Lost trying to change speeds there, and we've got a pause here with nearly 7 minutes of overtime gone, and still no closer to determining a winner than we were when we kicked off this long overtime. So we'll get the connection issue resolved, or whatever the error is here with Space Station Gaming, as they have this game, this series kind of teetering on the edge here. I know it's only game 2. They're only down a game in the series, but the way this game got to overtime with those 2 late goals out of Furia, gotta imagine that this is as close to do or die as you can get this early in a series for Space Station.
Yeah, right. Like the way that this has been kind of going. I mean, you even saw it as we went back to the cameras. You saw LJ just taking a breath, being locked in for so long, playing all that Rocket League. And for SSG, I mean, they had this, and they were put in a lot of tough situations. I mean, Furia's offense was blazing, and they were able to hold on and continue to play up until this level, looking for counterattacks here and there. We will see how things go for both these teams. We had some ping issues. They seem to be figured out. We are getting ready to get back into game off the kickoff here. Time still going to be ticking here. Again, 6 minutes, 58 seconds in overtime in game 2. This is a best of 7 series here to stay alive.
What an appetizer, huh?
Yeah, right?
Let's go. So again, we're 2-2 here in game 2. Furia with the 1-0 lead in the series. I mean, the numbers on the scoreboard, we alluded to it a couple minutes ago. It feels like so long ago, that by itself. 12 shots out of Jan, but both LJ and Hoxer are over 800 score for the game. That's what a lot of saves will do. They've got 11 saves between them. As this ricochets around, and it will be Hoxer from the side. We'll see just how good
Arsenal
he is
got bumped.
for Arsenal, and he let him too far.
Let him too far, and there was a bump on the play. Hoxer gonna try to keep this here in his space. LJ to win! LJ does it! Space Station back in the series.
Just like that, finally, They read it wrong. The little bouncer going underneath Jan. He thought he had it with a line drive shot read. Not happening. Space Station Gaming, after all that, LJ drops 1,000.
Oh my gosh.
And despite the comeback effort from Furia, it just turns into about a 7 or 8 minute waste of time. They drop the game anyways.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be a lot of conversation about the pause and things like that, resetting. But, I mean, regardless of that, let's be real here. If one team hit the other on the ropes, we wouldn't have sat there through 7 minutes of extra Rocket League. These two both gave everything. Furia being so offensive. 22 shots. 22 shots, Stacks. That's a lot of offense. And they only had maybe like 5 or so saves. To see Furia being able to output so much and still not be successful, you have to wonder how much they have left in the tank. Think about it. 6 goals game 1. Not too many in game 2. Only sitting at 2 despite all that offense. Can they continue to keep up that level here against Space Station Gaming? This is a big game 3.
To break a 1-all tie, lost. Oh, Jan came up as well. And that double commit was only matched by the kind of chaos in front of the Space Station net. All 3 defenders almost looking at each other like, I don't know, what do you want to do? I don't know, what do you want to do? And eventually they do get into the Furia half of the field. And a shot from the wing from Hoxer is denied away by Lost. He'll try another, but it's high off the crossbar, not on target. And Arsenal's got to chase this all the way back with Card breathing down his neck, and that is well defended by Arsenal.
Good control, 2 to keep it on the hood. Pops it over 1. Hoxer gets it past 2. Chance there for LJ!
Brilliant.
Again! LJ surging for Space Station Gaming.
This is great from Hoxer. He's threatening the second touch, so everybody's got to stay home. Maybe one's got a challenge, but Card and Lost couldn't figure out which one. And it's a free shot from LJ, his 4th goal of the series. He's got all but one of them. And Space Station Gaming in front with another early goal. Lost will have to bring this all the way across to a respawning teammate. And now it's Jan twirling through. Picked his spot, and LJ was there to stop him. Oh, what was that from Arsenal? He turned away and gave Card that ball for free, and he'll take it. Furia ties.
You cannot give Furia that lane.
What?
Card picks that up easily. Plays it slow. Lost puts it in. What was going on in the minds of Space Station Gaming there?
That had to have been a miscomm somewhere. Whatever happened, Furia's quite okay with it. That early goal erased. And now, who's going to take charge this time? Hoxer for LJ. And Lost pounds this ball back out towards midfield. Arsenal bringing it back in. Easy stop by Card. They'll have to do this without Jan. No problem. Oh, it's dished off to the corner well by Hoxer.
A little bit of control. You can see it getting awkward there. Yan taking that, putting Arsenal in a tough spot. He's backwards as Furia are passing it around him. Yan was trying to find the extra touch, couldn't do it. And Arsenal with the clear. He picks the pocket. Top right corner slot. And Space Station in front.
It did feel like maybe Furia is starting to get a little comfortable on that half of the field. Space Station has kind of been almost driving in the mud a little bit defensively, giving away some opportunities that otherwise they have not throughout this event. They're a team that only conceded a handful of shots a game. But Furia's been able to pick some of them apart. They give up the goal, though. Their hand caught in the cookie jar. 2-1 now to SSG, trying to build onto it. Arsenal's got to grab the midfield boost, make sure Lost can't. LJ gets deleted by Jan. He bumps into Lost, and, well, now everything's just coming unhinged on both ends of the field.
Not a lot of boost there for Furia, and like I said, a little bit of confusion. Excuse me, approaching the halfway point of the game and seeing Furia really kind of slow down here. Shots from them, only 3 shots this game. SSG has double that. But wait a second, maybe a lay's been created. This time LJ gets back there in time. Could have been a play forward to bring Furia back in. They are picking their opportunities well. But Space Station Gaming just a little bit faster there.
Yeah, Jan had run forward. He got a big bump right in front of the Space Station net. It was wide open except for the efforts of LJ. There is LJ again. But Lost will dish that out to the corner. Here comes Fury again. Lost. Soft pass over to Jan. Blocked away by Hoxer. And Arsenal repels this back out across midfield. LJ coming in as well. Almost looked like they might have tried to pinch that. It didn't work out. Now Hoxer diving in and not able to pass to anybody. Here comes Furia again. Jan trying to erase another Furia deficit. And they do it here. It's going to bounce out loose to Lost. And LJ avoids Card. That kicks right out to Jan, but there is Arsenal rushing back into the play.
And that was such a good opportunity for Furia. They had everything set up. Jan's just a little bit slow to the draw, and that one gets knocked away. SSG a little bit faster here in the speed department could make the difference here in this game. 1:20 to go, and Space Station in control, possession, and in the game, they're up by 1.
I do like how patient Space Station's being here. They're not just completely diving in on everything, but here goes Jan. Look at the tie. Drop down to Card. Stuffed by Hoxer.
Such a good recovery there. I thought Card had that one to the top corner. There have been so many more closer opportunities as the times tick down for Furia. But every time you think, oh, this is a really good chance for them, someone from Space Station Gaming gets in the way.
Oh, Jan putting on the brakes there to avoid an own goal and able to just gently guide that back to Lost as Furia again breaches into the Space Station zone. It's Card now looking to center. No, he'll bring this netward, and Hoxer doesn't let him get anywhere close. Full boost for Lost. And a great win by Arsenal. Lost making sure, though, to grab that corner boost as well, and still does not matter as Space Station dump it right back in. The task gets even tougher now for Furia. Down to 20 seconds. Lost trying to weave his way through. It's up and available for Jan. But now LJ can take his sweet time here and burn a few more ticks off here. Down to 10 seconds. Full boost for LJ. Lost has that ricochet off him. Jan still yet to respawn in. Now he's in with 5 seconds left. And what a textbook finish to this game from Space Station Gaming to claim the lead in the series.
Well done. So well done there for SSG. I mean, the turnaround that they had in this game and this series is it's something that we have to know. From starting the series, just being hit in the face, going to game 2, 7-minute overtime, still being outshot, holding on defensively, and now completely turning the tables here against Furia, outshooting them, limiting how many shots they're able to put on, as well as outscoring them. It's a big flip of the switch. You wonder if we see a timeout here for Furia. I don't think we are, actually. I don't think we're going to get one.
Oh, they're going to roll the dice here, down 2-1 in the series. They will hold that timeout in their back pocket until perhaps they're on match point, which could happen as we go to Utopia for Game 4. The oasis of Deadeye in the horizon. We know we'll get to a 5th game here between Space Station and Furia, our second to last match of the day, with G2 and Optic waiting to take the stage to close it out. It is blocked here by LJ. Jan dumping another in. Card beaten by Hoxer. Here comes Space Station Gaming early on, looking for another early strike, but not finding one, as Lost will at least get towards the midline. How important is this for Furia, right? I mean, they come into this trailing Space Station Gaming and so many other teams by 30, 40 points.
Right.
Trying to, again, make this split the real turning point for their season. This is do or die throughout this whole spring. They've got to get to Boston to give themselves a legitimate shot at going to Germany for the World Championship. As Card will bring one around. That's dropped by Hoxer. Win here just to take down one of those teams you know they're going to be competing for one of those precious 5 spots for would be so critical early on in the split.
And on the other side for SSG, you got to think for them as well. Not having a good winter, they go through a roster change where everyone thinks that the team's gotten worse. Now they're looking to try to beat the team that took out Daniel in version 1. Just kind of, again, they fall from the upper bracket to a Genji Mobile One Racing team that was very solid, but they still are able to hang with the best. And they're up in the series right now. Things have definitely gotten a lot more tense here, though, in Utopia Coliseum. it's been a quiet start. As you can see, Furia definitely changing things up. SSG making sure not to overextend here on offense. But definitely, Furia still putting on that offensive pressure. Still 4 shots from them in the first couple minutes.
Neither of these teams have played a particularly long series in this Spring Open, as that's dished off to the corner by Lost. Arsenal tried to pop it back out to LJ, didn't get nearly enough on it. And Jan just waiting patiently, try and play that past Hoxer. Couldn't, so he just took him out. That will certainly get the job done. Then Arsenal take it off the field as well. Jan with only LJ to beat. Hoxer back into the play, now Lost. Flop it over Arsenal, but there is LJ for the save yet again. So we remain scoreless, getting ever closer to the halfway mark. Someone's going to take charge defensively. It's LJ. He's met by Lost. Up the corner with a full tank of boost. It's available in front, but nobody else there.
Still control here. And shot. Good save there from LJ. Hoxer will try to clear downfield. Arsenal wants a piece of the ball. Transition. Strong sometimes here for Furia, but SSG doing a good job being able to cut it out. You saw Yan, he's doing cardio. Needs to make a save here. Does make the save. Arsenal not able to take a follow-up shot. So lets that one go by the wayside, and Spacestation Gaming having to play some defense here as we hit that 2-minute mark.
Arsenal does have a big goal in this series. He had what proved to be the game winner in Game 3, catching the Furia defense napping a little bit. LJ will pop one away. Still waiting to see Arsenal kind of get that killer instinct again. He's been a little timid in this series. Lost up ahead. Nobody else is there. Jan is at least giving chase, and LJ will have it only as far as Lost. Arsenal in a real tough spot. Lost got around him. Card waiting on the doorstep. Not going to get a rebound. Jan maybe can. His second touch makes it controllable. Kicked off of LJ, and Hoxer jumps into action.
Minute 20 to go. Furia knocking at the door. Uh-oh, Card plays that one back. You see Arsenal jumping. Forces a touch out of Yan, which may set up something here from Space Station. LJ up so quickly, puts that one in play. Hoxer, this is off the stealing. Arsenal plays it again off that back wall. Minute to go. SSG trying to turn things around, getting dibbles on the back end, trying to keep Furia in their own half as another dibble comes out to take out Yan, but Lost is on the ball for free.
Would have never expected a scoreless 5 minutes. I guess we did see one in that long overtime, part of a 7+ minute OT. Now Arsenal, blocked by Card, turned into a shot that LJ had to address. After the offensive explosion in Game 1 out of Furia, they've only scored 3 other goals. And now LJ, met by Card. This will drop down to Arsenal.
Oh,
and
that's a double
commit with him and Hoxer. Here goes Lost. Jan trying to run interference. It's still there, and LJ sweeps it out. Down to 7 seconds. Space Station Gaming nearly shot themselves in the foot. Now they're just trying to hang on and get to OT. Yet again, Lost, intercepted by LJ, and maybe a chance to steal this in regulation. Arsenal getting aggressive, keeping this alive. LJ hard out of the corner, second touch means Hoxer's got to dive in. Nobody to pass to, and we go to overtime.
Overtime, both teams trying to keep that ball up towards the end, and a scoreless overtime between the two. Based on how this series has gone, do not expect this one. But for Furia, a must-win as well. Going down 3-1 in the series just doesn't seem so favorable against the Space Station Gaming team that is running with so much confidence, despite Furia sending so much offensive pressure at him.
LJ right at Lost. Jan starting to fall in behind, trying to find his place as he's gone ice cold in this series. He was on the bottom of the leaderboard in that last game, as that bank's just a little bit wide from the ceiling. Just yet to find the net for a long period of time here. He'll get the offense started again, though, coming out of the first minute of overtime. Jan slowed down by LJ physically, and Hoxer will take over. Hoxer right at Lost again. Lost has been kind of stuck in that third spot quite a bit here in this game and in this series, and he's done a great job with that spot. They've got to get the offense turned around here. Oh, LJ had a chance to turn around. Hoxer must have called him off. Now Arsenal coming in. Shot just wide off the post.
Transition is interrupted there. Yan will pick up the demo, but the ball will still be on that blue end. Now still SSG. Oh, they could have took control there, but that's not a good 50 from Arsenal. Card on this ball. All he has to do is create a lane, and Lost almost took it. Defense there from Space Station to stop things here. We could be looking at another lengthy overtime between the two.
Seen a lot of slow plays out of Furia, trying to get somebody to commit, get a dunk right in front of the net. It has not worked. At least not in this series. Yan up ahead to Lost. Arsenal make sure it doesn't get there. That's well done out of the corner. That's the aggressive play they want to see out of him. LJ got bumped, and it was very awkward, but he got a piece of card, and Yan left a lot on the table there with that shot. And Space Station Gaming kind of let off the hook there by Yan. Maybe another one. That one's going to be wide as well. All these shots that are almost always on target have not been for Yan and for Furia as Space Station dances out of their zone again.
And this is not looking good here too. If you're Furia, you're expecting, again, these close, these strong shot chances. You're not getting too many opportunities. And the number of shots is high, but it's the fact that they haven't converted on them that is the issue. Again, we saw something similar in the last series with Optic. Furia have to get things going, getting the accuracy on board. They could come back in this series. All they need is that one good placement.
Yan now, flip reset, try to get around Arsenal, who did all he needed to do. LJ met card in the corner, lost. He had taken himself, he tried around the corner from the ceiling. That's forced back to Yan. And again, trying to beat Hoxer, can't. And no rebound coming out here. LJ well controlled, good win. Arsenal plays it even further on. LJ waiting for a pass that just never gets there. And Yan met by Hoxer. This will fall right to card. Yan at midfield. This could waterfall straight down.
Whoa.
And that's well defended by Arsenal.
We saw Arsenal miss that one, or a clears like that in the earlier games of the series. LJ trying to see if he could create something here, but chance could be happening here for Furia. They get the ball all the way downfield. They could set up some consistent pressure here, but it's a free clear for LJ. And Hoxer will push that over towards the corner. Yan misses that, and Card has to play it off his own backboard.
This has been kind of a Jekyll and Hyde series out of Yan. He could still redeem it. Not this occasion. LJ tried to bounce one through. Lost had the read. Now Hoxer got options. Went across the way to Arsenal, and that's going to be dumped a little bit wide. LJ, quick turn here to keep it available. Hoxer had also jumped, burned a lot of boost. Can he salvage anything out of it? No. And Space Station's got to be real careful here over the next 30 seconds.
Arsenal leaving that so LJ can get the boost and turns and gets control of the ball. Pass to Hoxer. Hoxer with control. Can he get past Yan? This one, good 50. And LJ up early, gets the redirect, and Furia just takes their time. They know they're not under too much pressure. Now Lost trying to set the tone. But Arsenal's there to knock it away again. On all of these plays, the amount of situational awareness from both teams as they're showing has been solid. I say that, and there's a double commit from SSG in the corner, but they're not getting punished for it.
A little bit of hero ball from Space Station Gaming, but they have not been burned yet. And that man is getting a lot more comfortable. Arsenal put one wide, but he certainly made it dangerous. It's something that Fury had to think about. Everybody's scrambling back now. Yan to center. Lost is there. Defense not there. Card will score, and the series is tied again.
What a turnaround here from the side of Furia, though. You got to talk about it. Everybody going all in on the play. Card getting there quickly. It was a strong push-up field. SSG's defense was not set to handle that much pressure. And Furia, big win here, as that one definitely could have gone either way. Series now all tied up 2-2 apiece. Stacks. You know, it looked like Space Station Gaming may have had that last game, but SSG Furia is still showing their grunt here against Space Station Gaming. They finally find the mark as close as they were here, especially. This one pays off for them. Card just a little bit faster on the play. And we're guaranteed 6 games.
We are. For a while, I was starting to worry that maybe we just cut games 6 and 7 out of the rotation entirely. But we will at least go to Neo Tokyo to potentially close this series out after a little pit stop at the Oasis. As we get set for Game 5, somebody's going on match point here between Furia and Space Station Gaming. Here we go. Oh, look at the backdrop.
It's beautiful.
I love it.
It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Oh my goodness.
This is one of the best changes we've ever made.
I agree. Seeing this one start off though, I mean, even though this map is beautiful, the tension that is on the field between these two, I mean, we had mentioned it briefly, what they're playing for. And there's a lot. I mean, you're talking about turning your season around, World Championship qualification, and honestly, for both teams, just proving to everyone else that the decisions you've made over the course of the season have been right. LJ gets a lane, gonna carry this one. Can Lost get a save? No. LJ starts it off with Space Station Gaming. They're up by 1.
That is great vision from Hawkster to thread that needle to LJ, and an even better first touch there against the oncoming challenge. And then all he's got to do is just run forward and not be too slow. He was not. He scored now 5 goals for Space Station Gaming here in this lower bracket matchup that they need to win to stay alive in the Spring Open. But every time Space Station has thrown a punch, Furia has had an answer for it. Jan's gonna bring this all the way back to the corner. That kicks out. Hawkster's shot caught a deflection and still goes through.
And again, a little bit of credit to LJ here as well. Starts things off, gets a bump on Yan, gets a bump, I think, on Card as well. Yan trying to recover, gets a piece of it, but it's not enough. Hawkster took his shot, and it hit. 2-goal lead to start this Game 5.
Space Station with a 2-goal lead. We've said that before, but certainly not this early. Now LJ, right at Lost again. Lost almost has been a ball magnet. So Arsenal has that off the backboard. Jan with Lost running interference in front. He got 2 demos, could not get a third. He just didn't have the momentum for it. And even despite those demos, they did not breach the center line. Again, Space Station Gaming keeping the attack going. It's Arsenal's second touch did not likely go where he wanted, but this one did for Hawkster, and he sneaks through.
And Fury just look uncomfortable. They're getting bumped, they're getting demoed, they're getting bullied in their own side. Hawkster gets a good win on a 50 off the ceiling. Cards awkward, and oh man. 3 now for Space Station Gaming. The big key factor though at this point in the game is staying in the driver's seat. Fury are gonna try to make some adjustments here, and they got a lot of time to do it.
Well, seeing the pros give up a goal like that makes me think maybe I can get back on the rank grind. Here goes Lost. With Card running forward, and can he weave his way through? No, it's going to be wide, and no follow-up coming from Fury, and that's kind of been the theme here, Daz. There haven't been enough follow-ups out of Fury. They finally got one at the end of that lengthy overtime,
right?
But they've been pushed way, way back and almost moving forward too quickly.
Yeah, it's been a little of that too. I mean, you see Lost up so aggressively, trying to get a piece of the ball, just completely misses it. And then, of course, the defense, look how awkward they look on that back end. Yan's able to get a piece of it for the time being, but when the clearing goes upfield, it's either maybe they're sending someone forward for a demo, or maybe it's just an individual solo play to pull out, but it's never been someone with a good read on the ball getting a strong follow-up. Even right now, Yan has to turn back around, is going to try to get the solo play to keep this one in play. The consistent offensive pressure isn't there. It's not to say what they aren't doing isn't working in terms of those solo plays out, but when you need a pressure against a team like SSG, sometimes maybe you just need Card.
It looked like a double commit there, and actually I think Arsenal might have even run into a teammate there. I think Arsenal and Hawkster got their signals crossed a little bit. I think it was made to look like a double commit that started that whole sequence right before that replay, because Arsenal got bumped out towards midfield and spun out. And as a result, just that little physical play out of Furia discombobulates SSG. Gives them an opportunity. There's still a little more than 2 minutes left here. 3-goal lead is certainly not safe, especially with this man on the ball who just hit the crossbar.
Light 50s. Yan trying to keep this one in. Again, for SSG, they've kind of taken a bit of a back seat. That's why you ended up seeing Furia get in front there. They definitely slowed down, but you can't do that with this team. Arsenal trying to get one. He's got it. That additional pressure there from Space Station Gaming paying off big time. That turn in from Arsenal, staying close to the play, and then just a light touch to get past Yan.
We've wondered maybe has Arsenal tried to be a little too cute in this series. That time he had to be to finesse that ball around Yan. Worked out perfectly, of course, with the physical play helping from LJ. Arsenal that time couldn't stay with the play, but Hoxer able to address the attack from the back line. Now LJ up towards Arsenal. He'll play it forward. Needs somebody to pass to, though. Arsenal going head-hunting, and he's still available, but he couldn't turn in time. Tough spot there for Arsenal with that ball squeaking through, and now here comes Furia. Still down 3 goals. Bump from Card. Yes, shot denied by Arsenal. It is coming up all Space Station now here in Game 5.
I really thought Yan may have had that one. This day from Arsenal. But you even talked about just that follow-up shot from Fury on the side of Space Station. Everybody going towards the net. Even still up by 3. They're not letting off here on the gas. A minute to go. And they could make this one a formality here. The Fury is going to try to give their best shot forward. It's just not looking like they got all the pieces. Cards just taking 50s on the sidewall. Nothing being generated. Ball out in midfield. Yeah, it's a demo, but that touch is way too light. And for them to even try to get one goal here is just taking up so much time on the clock.
There's almost no way this continues, but Space Station Gaming right now shooting 100% as a team here. 2 shots, 2 goals out of Hoxer, 1 each out of Arsenal and LJ. Maybe a shot lined up here by Hoxer. It's a floater, registers as a shot, does not go in, and this is why we can't have nice things. Down to 13 seconds remaining here as Furia will try and bring this across, try and get a last-second goal like Space Station did after they were dominated in Game 1. Lost up ahead to Yan, and he can't score as Hoxer will ultimately pinch that away. And when the ball touches down to the ground, Furia is going to take a timeout with their backs against the wall here in the lower bracket of the Spring Open. Space Station Gaming up 3-2.
Oh, that was an early call, too, on the timeout. Ball hadn't even hit the ground yet. They knew. They need to take time to talk this one over. Going into Game 6 down here, this was not a good game for them, especially. I mean, look at Yan sitting at 174 points. Yeah, he has 4 shots in a demo, but you're just expecting so much more output there. Space Station Gaming started that game off very well, too. I mean, a lot of bumps and demo plays to get Furia's defense uncomfortable, and Furia had never recovered after that, especially once the scoring started to go in. Hoxer just had 3 saves. He shot 2 for 3, like you said. The rest of the team was shooting 100%. When SSG are that effective in the offensive front for Furia, I mean, it's no wonder why it felt like a monumental effort for them to even get 1 goal on the board.
Maybe this is the old man in me shouting at clouds, but you just wonder about the wisdom of Yan on the Furia side. Maybe a little more time preparing for your second lower bracket matchup of the day and less time feuding with bubble players on Twitter after your series.
Okay.
Now Furia finds themselves down 3-2. Remember, they started this series coming out on fire. They were up. They had a 6-0 lead. It ultimately went 6-1 with a last-second goal out of Space Station Gaming in Game 1. And then since then, Yan in particular has been quite cold. He's not been involved in many goals at all. I think Game 2 might have been his last as we look back at the Mobile One high-performance replay from Game 5, where both these teams going in at 2 games apiece. But it's Space Station Gaming, despite this great effort out of Card, that just kept pulling away and did not let Furia back into the game. Arsenal getting going as well with a pair of goals and assists to help this team get to match point, 1 win away from Championship Sunday.
Like you said, 1 win away, but this is where it gets tough. Coming off a timeout, you got to sit there for a little bit. And, you know, like you said, you know the pressure to close out a game, especially like in a best of 7. It gets harder as you get, you do it on land and things like that. But even for Space Station Gaming, they've seen so much success in this event, and it feels like they've had a strong game plan. You know, Furia's going to come out and make some adjustments. Can SSG remain locked in? On the other side, can Furia bring back the Fury? Neo Tokyo is the stage. 5 minutes on the clock. Will we see a Game 7? Or are Furia going to be eliminated here?
Got to right a lot of wrongs over the last few games. That game 4, the scoreless overtime, just kind of felt like a new lease on life from Furia. Arsenal couldn't get this coming quickly out of the corner. Here goes Jan. He had left the lobby right around the time of that timeout.
Oh!
If he's come back with anything, and absolutely not. Arsenal, 34 seconds in, has Space Station Gaming in front. Look at the feed from LJ, 2 go, and Arsenal just picks them apart.
LJ dances past 2, net wide open for T-Shock. He's not missing that. Tone set. And now the time is gonna be ticking down here for Furia. They let that one slip through their fingers, and now they got work to do.
Oh, it looked like the defender had maybe run out of boost and could not stay with that play. Goes off the corner of the frame, but no finish from Furia. Lost will try and take advantage of this opportunity, but he's met by Arsenal in the SSG defense. This will be boomed away, not quite by Hoxer, outlet instead to Arsenal.
Don't know
Space
why.
Station Gaming, you know, they have not been consistent in this series, Daz. We've seen some double commits. We've seen shades of a triple commit, but they've done well enough to stay alive, but Lost will tie it up.
They finally get something going here on the side of Furia. Yan sets it up, Lost with a strong 50. Yan getting in front of LJ, making it uncomfortable, and the extra effort from Furia. Finally pulling through here. They equalize, plenty of time to go in game 6.
A game that Furia must win to force game 7, send us to Champions Field. The first time in a game 7 this weekend. Lost has to bring this across. There is Arsenal, who tried to get his tires on the ceiling to get a little more control, just could not. But look at LJ. He's beaten 2, and then this goes all the way over. Arsenal had stolen some boost out of the corner. That's something Furia really has to be worried about. It's not something that Space Station does a lot necessarily, but they've been great about it in this series. Managing the boost, and Jan with a defender or an attacker bearing down on him, able to make the save. We remain tied, coming up on the halfway mark of game 6.
Back pass, LJ able to get there in time. You can see Space Station trying to up the tempo, but Furia have been able to manage it well. Arsenal couldn't get a bump there, but it's a bit of a double commit. It's looking real awkward. Hoxer will go and get a pinch up across. Arsenal has been in the blue half. I don't think I've seen him rotate out yet. Might need to, as Card picks up the ball. Furia trying to find their footing here, as it has been awkward, even though they've gotten that goal. Lots of pressure as SSG have been making plays off ball. This could be a chance for Hoxer. Bang! SSG in the lead.
All right, Hoxer's got an impressive tally going, his 4th goal to go with 5 assists. And it's just a little ditty left on the doorstep. Hoxer slams it through. Furia defense did all they could, and it was not enough. Down to 2:13 now with SSG back in front, but Card off the kickoff denied by Arsenal.
Clearance there. Furia put on the back end. SSG still looking for those demos. Nice light touch for Card. When does Lost get involved? Has to wait for that 50 to play out. He's got full boost in the tank, but the ball's low on the ground. And LJ was up on that back wall. Again, just avoiding any possibility of a bump or a demo play. Furia trying to break past Space Station Gaming, but their defense has been solid.
Space Station Gaming fighting for respect. A win here would do wonders for them. But that ball played way downfield. Oh, what a save by Arsenal! And it's going to turn into a goal on the other side. Are you kidding?
Absolute disaster on the side of Furia. No one read that was going to bounce off the post. And Hoxer downfield says, I'll take that one all day long. Space Station Gaming may be running away with this game 6. Furia need to fight in the last minute 30.
Lost, guiding this down to Card, but he was a little hesitant to take it. Oh, Arsenal tried to take out Jan. That would have opened up the net way behind him. You could tell Furia pushing a little bit more now. The demolition there as Lost is taken out.
They're giving them nothing. They're giving them nothing. Yeah, can't even put a solid shot on right now. That's awkward, but Arsenal's able to get there in time. Lost tries to go up and make a play. He gets demoed out of the way. It's been so hard for Furia to get some control. We know how mechanical they are, but when they don't even get the ability to do so, what becomes of Furia? Chance there. Yeah, tried to get the pass out. LJ so patient, not getting caught up in that as well. And Arsenal will crash the offense and send it the other way down.
Oh, lost. Pumped away by Arsenal. Loose ball claimed by Card. As Card out of the corner. Hoxer leaves that for LJ. Furia have got to get one with, you got to feel like maybe 10, 11 seconds left to give themselves a real chance. There's going to be Anyan, who's got to wake up here, and he's blocked by Hoxer. His cold streak continues. Down to 11 seconds. The final countdown now on Neo Tokyo. Spacestation Gaming is going to survive and advance. Oh, Demonio! Hoxer has done it to Furia again!
Spacestation Gaming in 6 here.